On today's episode of Wrong Side, we have finally made it, folks. Week 1, college football, the Buckeyes back in action. This episode, we dive into college football week 1 and a week 0 recap, golf, and Tommy Fleetwood finally getting over the hump, what we're excited about in week 1, clutch moment of the week sponsored by Shore Metals, and outside the line. In a world full of champions, we find ourselves on the wrong side. Welcome back, Wrong Siders. Happy Wrong Side Wednesday. Today is August 27th. As you can see by my hat, as you can see by our intro, in a world full of champions, we find ourselves on the wrong side. No more natty gear from me. No more. I decided today, as we're recording this, that no more white hat. If that maybe that breaks out for the playoffs or something. But Ohio State playing, back to it. We have made it. We are here. We have made it to week 1. Jake's first day of school was yesterday. He's in action. How's it going out there in Columbus?
It's
the
going
capital
good.
of the world.
Capital of the world. First day of classes wasn't too bad. It's syllabus week, so just kind of getting the feet wet with the classes. Had 2 classes on Tuesday. I have, on the day this episode is coming out, I will have had 3 classes. It's kind of nice. I have a nice balance of schedule of where 2 days a week I have all business classes. 2 days a week I have sports classes.
I like that. I did that for some of my years too.
One day is like a couple mixtures, but I kind of like the little back and forth. Kind of gets you excited.
What do we got Monday, Friday? What about Monday, Fridays? What do we have there?
Fridays is mostly sports. Sports classes. Monday is marketing, leadership and character, and the esports industry.
So classes every day this year.
Every day. I haven't had every day since my freshman year. But it's good to be back on campus. It was nice to make that first walk to Fisher. It's always a good walk to get over there. It's also some great cardio now from living on 13th.
A little
further of a walk. So that's kind of a nice walk. And
not on 13th. He lives on 22nd.
But no, it's good to be back on campus. It's good to be back with everybody. Seeing familiar faces on campus that you don't see every day. It's just good to be back. The weather's still pretty nice, and it's good to be back in action. Good to stimulate the brain.
Love that. Learning is king. Always good. It was always what you're told. Don't forget, you're there for school. You are there for school.
We're there for
your
school.
Investment. Have all the fun in the world, but you are there for school. So happy to hear that it's going well out there. Week is probably bumping. We're going to get to a lot of football. The week 0 ups and downs and the week 1. I feel like we are going to talk a lot about the big couple games. Obviously, the Buckeyes. It's going to be fun. We have full football to talk about. There's no more, I saw this video in camp. I saw this and that. Awesome. Next week, we're going to have NFL stuff. Very much excited for it. So, we are here. It's live now. We're going to do something short and quick before football. Golf. Big weekend. He did it.
Huge.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Finally.
He wins it. Funny story I did see about Tommy Fleetwood. Him and I don't know if it was Rom or I don't know. Oh, there we go. Jake's doing a draft right now while we're recording. So you got that little ESPN notification.
Sorry.
But I don't know if I don't know who won Live. I don't know if it was like Rom or someone else.
It was Rom's team.
It was very similar to, I feel like, Tommy Fleetwood. Like, they were both the champions without winning this year a lot.
Yes.
And, Scotty and everything. But a fantastic weekend of golf. I'll say it. I personally am excited for some of the guys on the Ryder Cup team. I think they're playing some good golf. They're playing some very good golf. Both sides.
Yeah.
But Tommy pulls it out. I was talking about it this weekend, or actually today at work. The whole 14th hole, a big birdie by Scotty. I actually thought Scotty was going to come on a huge little run there. He was about 2 or 3 strokes behind. Tommy, I think, had birdied that hole, so it was 18 under to 15 under. I thought there may be a chance there, maybe a birdie, a bogey. And then Scotty, he's not a machine. He's a man. Hits one in the water. Hits one in the water. Has to take the penalty, and he had a penalty to start the day. Very rare day for him. Still, for a weekend to shoot 15 under and not win, terrible. All the critics I heard were that they actually really appreciated this year with no stroke like discrepancies. I
I
think
didn't.
everyone really
I didn't
you
appreciate that. I like the
didn't like that. Okay,
strokes.
everyone liked it. From what I was reading, people said they really liked it, thought it was really even. But that's great. Thoughts on the weekend? Obviously, you're our golf guy.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
it was enjoyable to see him finally win. Obviously 164 starts and no wins. A lot of second places, a lot of third places, finishing short. Oh, hold on one second.
Who'd we get?
I took Malik Neighbors at pick 9. And then I'll be back up here in a second. Um, Junty's still on the board. Um,
Oh,
might have to steal him if he doesn't go right here. But A chain still. But back to golf for a second. No, it was good for him to be back. It was good for him to finally win and get that title. And I was hearing on Foreplay, and I was hearing on Part of My Take this week that it was basically like he won all 5 majors combined by winning the Tour Championship. Because honestly, the Tour Championship it is basically right there as with any other major. It's
yeah.
one of
I
the
was.
biggest tournaments of the
I
year.
did have to search up if it did count as major. I know it doesn't, but I had to search it up. I'm not a big golf I don't know all the nitty gritty of it, but I was.
Hmm.
I did search it up because you're right. It feels like a major.
No, it definitely feels like a major, and I think that it was just so interesting to see how he was able to not only withstand his own nerves and his own mess ups, but how he
Yeah.
was able to withstand Patrick Cantlay's slow play.
And I think they're gonna do that in the Ryder Cup. I think
I
they're
think
gonna
I think
try.
they pick him just to have them do that.
Yeah,
Oh boy, hold on. Sorry, one second. Junty Collins.
both there.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of good receivers, Jake. I think that's a deep receiver. I think you got to. I would
I think
take
I'll go
Genti right there.
Junty at
I mean,
9.
the neighbors
And then
Collins stack is really good though.
I took Junty. But so I'll just have to wait till round 3 and see what we can get. But I
Okay.
think, yeah, what they're gonna do in the Ryder Cup, and we'll go to that in a second. I think Cantlay playing that slow game. I saw a clip with Rappaport, and he was literally timing between shots, and it was almost a
I
minute
saw that.
between shots,
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god! Like me, I hate slow golf, so to me that
yeah.
just
You're a
like
very
pissed
fast
me
player.
off. I'm a fast paced player, but I do like you want to be technical. But I think it was annoying, so I'm very I think I was amazed to see Tommy not only not lose his cool, but be able to stay so calm, play his game, and totally be able to just do what he needed to do to finally win that title. And I think the cool thing that was really about it is not only were the fans excited for him, other players were excited for him to
I
win.
saw that.
Just
I saw
Justin
that.
Rose was
Justin
one of his
Rose was filming
biggest,
was
like
filming
he
like
was
he
a
was a
dad.
dad. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that was
saw that.
awesome. I think even some of the other guys, obviously, I'm sure Scotty wanted to win, but I think he was also excited for Tommy to finally win a tournament. It looked like some of the other players were also excited for him. To me, it also looked like I saw your glorious king was happy for him. LeBron James was happy for him.
Yeah.
I thought.
LeBron and Caitlin Clark were both active today. Okay, what
Yep.
about Rory? Did you see Rory get a lot of hate
A lot of hate. Yeah, got on the plane right after.
right to the U.S. Open?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Well,
I
he's
didn't
always
love
kind of
that.
had that in him. I feel like he's always kind of had that in him, and he kind of swung back the pendulum of people liking him when he stuck up for the PGA. But yeah,
Yes.
it was a great weekend of golf. I was so bummed I had to leave for softball when he was on like the 16th hole, so I was watching on like my phone on the tee till I got to softball. But awesome weekend of golf.
I think
Got a little bit of
also
okay. Yes, sir.
him being able to not let Scotty get come from behind again was just pure dominance. He was able to just push forward the entire day.
I I will say I obviously have a lot of respect for golfers. I'm not great at golf. Everybody knows that. But I remember watching the first season of Full Swing, and it's very different than a lot of sports. You miss a basketball shot, you get back on defense. Guess what? You're going to get the ball in at max. You'll get the ball back in 24 seconds to get
Mm-hmm.
back in there. Make a shot, make a play, make an assist. Baseball, you ground out, you strike out. Guess what? Your bat's going to come back in the order, and you can make a play on defense. Football, you throw an interception. Hopefully, defense helps you out. You can do that. Hockey, you make a bad pass, you can get back out there, get the puck back. This is a sport where you have to be so mentally tough. And I saw that the first season of Full Swing. I remember watching that first season. And you think about how mentally tough these guys have to be. They're thinking so much. One bad shot ruins their day. One bad hole, it could ruin their weekend. And, you
Correct.
talked about it, I think, last weekend or 2 weekends ago when Batia had the hole in one. Like, it saved him to keep playing. And Batia had a great weekend. I think a lot of good golf was played this weekend. I mean, it was crazy that everyone, I don't know if the course was easy or what, but a lot of people, 9 under and below. So, great weekend. I think golf is playing well. I think the viewership is great. Everyone's watching it. I have noticed, including myself, I feel like you obviously have been playing now for a year or two. But when I go to the driving range, I'm not great, but I think there's a lot of people that are trying to get into it, and I think golf has slowly. I don't know the
Golf
word.
is
I don't know.
hot. Golf is the sport right now.
It's hot, but almost to the point where it's like not oversaturated, but like tee times are hard to
Too
book.
many people are.
It's expensive to play, and it's tough because it's not like other sports where they want more players. This is a sport where you only need a couple, and it's tough to play, and it's an expensive sport, but it's really
so
cool.
Expensive.
I'm very happy for Tommy Fleetwood. It was a great weekend. The Ryder Cup is coming out.
We're coming.
Is everything set in stone? Has Keegan officially claimed?
Nobody.
Okay.
So no, we still have 6 spots unclaimed. I think within the next week or two.
I think it has to be due pretty soon. I think
sure. Within the next week or two, because there's a tournament up in Napa. I think it's Napa, where the whole team is going to play as like a test run together, and hang out and bond. That's the one Bryson's not allowed to play in. He's welcome to go up there and hang out with the team, but that's the one he's not allowed to play in.
Got it.
So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see who we pick. I think I loved the tweet the other day that Keegan was talking about how there's guys who think they're going to be on the team, they're just not going to be.
Tough combos.
I think there's tough combos that need to be had, and I think there needs to be kind of I don't know if there has to be a precedent set for some of these guys. I'm not gonna lie.
They gotta win. They gotta win.
You can't keep losing to these guys. You're on home grounds. You can't lose this way again. Now, I know I said it last week, and I said I was off it. But I'm back. He's got to pick himself. He's got to pick himself, I think. The golf that he's been playing lately is the best golf he's played in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know what I was listening to, but it was a different podcast, and they were like, it's a real shame that he gets a chance to be the captain, and he's now coming into the best golf he's played in a long time, and now he's in this awful predicament where he has to either decide to not play and potentially take out one of the USA's best golfers, or play and do something for the first time since Arnold Palmer. So
yeah, first time since Arnold Palmer, which
very tough. Very, very tough decision, and it's definitely a group where you don't think you'd see Keegan Bradley's name, and you don't think you'd see it there. But it's very exciting. It's very cool, and it's going to be fun. We have a little bit of a break before golf, but yeah, great weekend, I thought.
I think it was a great weekend. I think it's going to be – hold on, before we get back into it. Terry here or JSN? Round 3.
Who else?
Trey.
No, not Trey yet. Trey McBride?
No, he's gone. Oh, Higgins, Tay Adams, no. G. Will.
Garrett's going to get a lot of targets. Who are the running backs there?
Running backs are Hampton, Kamara, Hubbard, Trey, Kenny, Brees.
I'd go JSN or Terry. I would say probably.
I'm gonna go Terry. He just got his contract. I might go I might go. Let's see if he's there. Maybe I'll go Jaden in round 4 here
Oh, okay.
if he
But yeah,
sits.
okay, yeah, we're gonna have intermittent picking by Jake. But yeah, great weekend, very fun part of golf, fun year of golf, and I got
Fun year
into
of
it a
golf for
lot
sure.
watching to watch. I was watching a lot. Never thought I'd be that guy to watch a lot of golf, but I really did enjoy it. I like watching it. Just wish I was better and wish I could get out there more. So there's that part of it. Um, Now though, golf is over till the Ryder Cup, basically. We're in the quote unquote off season, you could call it. But now it is football time. We're going to start with week
Football.
0. Week 0 had all the thrills. The game that started in Ireland was cracked. They had a lot of fumbles to start. I'll say it. Hated the Ireland game. We shouldn't start the season there. It's fun once in a while. Field looked like crap. Couldn't even see the lines. I didn't love. I liked that it was a top 25 game, but didn't love that we started the year there. Don't think we need that. Other than that, though, fun. This My clutch moment I think is gonna be I'll get to it in a little bit, so I won't mention him. But a lot of good football. Alex Orji still terrible. UNLV
So bad. He's
pulls it
so
out.
bad.
But an ugly win against Idaho State. I saw Kansas won. And Stanford Hawaii was a great game. So fun, little appetizer got us through that first Saturday.
I didn't love it. I was so
Yeah,
bored.
it was fine. Yeah, it was definitely the excitement of football being back. This week we'll definitely feel it more. I think it's definitely obviously a big game for us, a lot of big games. But yeah, week 0, not it was there appetizer. It was a light apps. Definitely not Butler hors
It was
d'oeuvres like you like.
it was more tapas
Yeah,
than anything.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, definitely not Butler hors d'oeuvres like you like.
No, not
But
Butler hors d'oeuvres. My fave.
But now we're back, week 1, a full slate. We have some big ones this week.
So bad.
We'll end our week 1 coverage with Buckeyes, obviously, because that'll take the most. But some big
Of
games.
course.
We're gonna start with the one game I really like. It's a 3:30 game. Alabama versus Florida State. Thomas Castellanos, the quarterback from Boston College last year, just transferred to Florida State. Ty Simpson finally getting a chance for Alabama. Thoughts on the game? Bama's 13 and a half point favorites. They're in Tallahassee. Thoughts on that game?
On that game, hold on one second. You said Alabama, correct?
Yep.
Alabama. Alabama. I have them. We have Alabama FSU, correct? Alabama FSU. I think they're gonna. I think DeBoer is gonna come for vengeance this year. I think he's gonna have to try and redeem himself and kind of try to turn this program back into what it was, known for. I think
Mm-hmm.
they have to play smart football. I think you have to get Ryan Williams going early. I know they have a younger quarterback. Haven't really had a chance yet. So I think he really has to kind of show what he's made of and be able to really contribute and really get Ryan Williams going. If he doesn't, I think they get in big trouble.
I agree. Yeah, they got to get him involved early. I think it's going to be a very fun game, a big game. I think it's a game. I think that Norvell also needs to win it. Um,
Oh yeah,
I
they
think it's going to be a big
both
game.
guys need to win this game.
Castellanos has been talking a lot of smack. I think he has a lot of checks. I don't know if he can write, but it's going to be a fun game. Obviously, Florida State, a very disappointing year last year with DJ. So it will be very interesting to see how they play this year. Alabama, they are in a lot of playoff predictions into the Final Four championship games. They're a good team. I think DeBoer is still a good recruiter. He's a good coach. He wins everywhere he goes. Should be a very, very fun game in Tallahassee. So Tallahassee, right? That's where they are, right? That's where
Yes,
Florida State is? Okay.
that is where
So
Florida State is.
very exciting game. Next big one, top 10 matchup, LSU versus Clemson. You have 2 quarterbacks that are going to be in the Heisman race, Nussmeier and Kate Klubnik. Clemson, a very, very good team. LSU, they have not won a week 1 game with Brian Kelly, I think, in the last couple of years. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that Brian Kelly has not won an LSU week 1 game.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Last year was the USC game in Vegas where he slammed the table and said it wouldn't happen again. It's going to be very fascinating to see how they come out this year. They have a lot of good talent.
Are we in? I guess they're
It's
both
in
deaths.
it's in Clemson. Yeah, they are. It's in Clemson. It's in South Carolina, so it should be a big game. But yeah, I don't know. I
Death
think it's
Valley.
Top 10 game, Clemson's 3.5 point favorites. Should be a lot of fun. I think we're going to see two teams play early. I think it's very similar to the Ohio State Texas game, where it is a big benefit and basically a free loss if you win this week one game, where you can lose a game
Hmm.
and have a top 10 win. But if you lose, it does not kill your season, but I think it puts you kind of almost on your heels to start winning games. You got to win your conference and win. I don't know Clemson and LSU's schedule by heart. I know I know LSU obviously has a tougher conference in the SEC than ACC, but still going to be a very tough game, I think.
No, I think it's going to be a very tough game for both sides. I think both quarterbacks definitely very well experienced now. I
Yeah.
think that where this game is going to be won
Wearing
is
number
on defense.
18, that's a big deal, I
18,
think,
yep.
and is a
Switch
big deal
switch
in
numbers.
LSU.
Yep. 18 and 7 are being worn.
Yeah.
Um so I think I think it's going to be really won on defense.
Okay.
This game. I think
Okay.
defense and the O lines and the D lines are going to be where the game's going to be won. Obviously, quarterbacks play a huge part, but I don't think this is going to be that's going to be the most important. I think the defense is going to be the most important, and where I think the upper hand is the LSU defense with the set the three brothers on one defense.
Yeah. Very cool.
So I think that's going to be not only cool, but I think they're going to have a little bit more of an advantage. A little bit older of a defense. So I have LSU winning that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think LSU is going to pull it out. I think they finally get over that little hump with Brian Kelly in week one. That being said, it's gonna be good football. Great matchup to start the week. A side note to a game: Bryce Underwood was named the starting quarterback for Michigan, so that'll be interesting to see him out
Boo.
there for week one. Freshman Sharon Moore said he earned it, but I would say it'd be tough to say he didn't earn it if you're paying the kid that much money. So
That's for
he's got to
sure.
play him. Uh, Other big game of the weekend. It's the Sunday night game, which I do appreciate on a long weekend having a good Sunday night game, especially in college. Notre Dame versus Miami, a massive game for both teams. I think Notre Dame is a very good team. I think they are very close with Marcus Freeman. They were very close last year. They just ran into a great Ohio State team. They are a good team. Mario Cristobal, I saw has is like I think he's 1-6 or something in top 10 or in top
Yeesh.
25 games or something like that. Top 10 games, ranked games. I think Marcus Freeman is like 14-6. Marcus Freeman is a hell of a coach. Maybe he is a guy down the line that is coaching at Ohio State if given the opportunity. But I think he does like Notre
Ooh.
Dame. He likes his spot. But that being said, I think this is a big game for both teams. Notre Dame has a tough schedule, they do. But this is a game they can kind of say, hey, we're back. They brought Jeremiah Love back. I know you told me a little small rumor that never came true in the spring.
Sadly.
But they got Jeremiah Love. They have a good team. Their defense is incredible. It's going to be very fun to watch this game. And hopefully Miami is able to compete. They have Carson Beck now, which will be interesting. He seems to be very confident. Busy summer, cheating on the Cavalier girl in Miami with somebody. So, can he reclaim some glory from the early parts of Georgia? I don't know, but he has a good team. He has a good defense. Let's see how they compete against Notre Dame. I do believe Notre Dame wins this game. They are 2.5 point favorites. I think they win and they cover.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. Obviously, you have two big name programs and two really good teams, both with a new quarterback behind center. So it's going to be different for both sides. I think that Carson Beck playing in a new Miami offense is going to be. It's going to take him a couple drives to get going. I think with their offense because he's not used to the way they run plays. Obviously, so I think that. Just for experience wise and how that team has kind of gone together, I don't think they had as many people graduate. I'm going to take Notre Dame to win that game.
Okay, love to hear that. Obviously, the game of the weekend, the story of the weekend, number one versus number three in Columbus, Ohio, at beautiful, lovely 12 o'clock noon. Gonna be
Because they hate us.
very good game. Please do not get drunk at block so you can enjoy the game. Uh, it's gonna
What's
be
block?
it.
We don't have block.
Yeah, we
I don't
don't
know what
have
that
block.
is.
It's gonna be an incredible game. Been watching a lot of stuff and reading a lot of stuff. I think a lot of people are picking Texas to come back. The spread is fake. It's dropped a point and a half since the line opened. We're now at Ohio State is, let me find it.
Is it still two and a
Two and
half?
a half, 2.5. It was 3.5 about a week and a half ago. I think a lot of money's on Texas. I think Arch Manning is a great quarterback. I think Arch Manning is going to be a great quarterback. That being said, I think the way that he's spoken about versus Julian Sane to me makes it seem like Arch Manning has played 15, 16 games and taken his team to the college football playoff. He's played 2.5 games. He has played a lot more than Sane. I will give him that. But to say he's as experienced, more experienced than Julian Sane, I think is bonkers to me. I think Julian Sane is going to play well. It's a very, very reminiscent of the Oregon. I hope it's not the same outcome, but the Oregon Ohio State
Hell
game,
no.
which was CJ Stroud's debut. I think Julian Sane has it in him. I think he's a good quarterback. They have a great offense. I think the team is ready. The team sounds like they're in a much different uh, mindset than I have heard in future years. I think that the young guys, especially, they were a part of that team. I don't know if you read any about that article, the player coaches meeting after losing to Michigan, but it sounded like they both were that it was a very emotional, angry meeting, both sides speaking how they felt. And it was very impressive to see, I think, them win those 4 games, win the national championship, of course, but to have those young guys in there to see that intensity, see that kind of stuff is very impressive. I did see today that Brian Hartline, I don't know about Patricia, but Brian Hartline, our new offensive coordinator, obviously
Yep.
zone six, new
Zone
offensive
six,
coordinator.
baby.
He will be in the booth this week. He will
Oh,
not be on
that
the
was
field.
finally decided.
Yes, finally decided today. So it's very interesting. Chip was up there. I think that worked well. I just think I think it's different when you're just an offensive coordinator. I think if you're the receivers coach as well, I would like my guy down there, especially with some of our young guys. But it
For
seems like the
sure.
mindset of this team is ready to go. It seems like they're excited. It seems like they're ready to play. It doesn't seem like they're talking anything about what happened just 6, 7 months ago. They don't really even care about it. It seems like anymore.
I
They are
know.
so
No,
focused.
they.
It is truly remarkable hearing Ryan Day speak. Obviously, Ryan Day's head will be on the chopping block if they lose or if he does something stupid. He
Oh
always will
yeah.
be. He always will be. But his way he's speaking sounds different. The team's way they sound different. Caleb sounds like he's truly taking that leadership role. I'm very excited to see Arvo Reese. I think Philip Daniels is going to play right tackle. I think it's going to be him, the kid from Minnesota. So
From
I'm very
Minnesota.
excited.
Yep.
Yep, I'm very excited for this weekend. I really hope it comes out our way. It's going to be a tough one. This will be a battle. And Day said it best today. We gave them so many opportunities last year. The penalties, we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. We were playing from behind the sticks for about 3 drives, it felt like. Obviously, Travion had that really dumb penalty where he punches a guy. We had a couple holding penalties. So getting ahead quick, being efficient, play our game.
No, definitely have to play our game for sure. I like your confidence and excitement. I have a little bit of an opposite feeling on this. I'm nervous.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely nervous,
super
but
nervous.
still.
Super nervous. But I am excited. Don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously it's syllabus week, so I'm trying to get through the classes just so we can get to Saturday. But no, I'm excited. I think what really I think needs to happen for the Ohio State offense to not only get going is you have to be able to not only utilize Ennis and Carnell. You can't just throw to Jeremiah every time. You have to use those other receivers. But the
Yeah,
one person that I think is going to be a huge difference maker is Max Clare. You have to use Max
agreed.
Clare. Max Clare is. I think if the Ohio State Buckeyes win this game, not only is it going to be one on the defense side of it, it's going to be one on the tight end side of it. Max Clare is going to be my not only my
X
I wouldn't
Factor.
say dark horse. He's our X factor for this game because not only because of how big he is and how he dominated Purdue last year, he's a guy who will fit in this Ohio State offense because not only do we have a young quarterback, he's a guy that Julian is in trouble. You could just throw a little toss to him, and he's a big dude. He can get you some yardage, and I think he's going to be the X factor for this game. Now you
Yeah,
also have to be
agreed.
able to get the you also have to get Sonic and Knuckles going in the backfield. You got to be they got to be able to go because if they don't, you're screwed. The running game has to be strong. They have to run hard, and if they're not running hard, we're gonna have to make a change. If one of them's not working, you got to go to the next guy.
Yeah, and
Um,
they got some freshmen that can help. They got Turbo, they got Bo Jackson. So
Definitely.
They have the guys. It's a team effort. I think the team seems very committed to win. I've said it a million times. I'll say it one more time. The experience that O line room got down that playoff stretch with no Seth, with no Simmons,
Was
it will do
huge.
wonders. I do believe it does wonders. So I'm very excited. I'm just happy Buckeye football is back. I'm ready to go. I got a work outing tomorrow, and then I got Thursday and Friday work. So we're basically almost there in my mind.
We're
I got
basically almost there.
two more real days of work. Meg and
It's
I and some friends. We're going to the backer bar. We got a table. We're excited. It's gonna be fun.
it's definitely going to be fun, and it's definitely going to be weird because it's obviously starting that first day of school is like, oh, new year. But for me, not only with school, but once you walk into that stadium, as I was on Monday while the freshmen were in convocation, I was filming for something for convocation with Nike. It already felt like it was almost game day being in that empty stadium. It just felt new year, clean slate. I can't wait to get in there on Saturday, waving my V towel. I'll try to get you one also. I'll try to get as many as I can to bring home. But I'm just excited for it to all happen. I think one other last thing that we have to be able to do um, is you can't be afraid to kick a field goal. You have to be able to kick field goals, and you can't be afraid to do it. You can't just be like, oh, 4th and 3, but we're a little bit further out. Like, let's not. Like, might as well just kick. Like, let's not
Oh,
try and
okay.
risk it
Take
and
the
give them the
points. Okay.
ball. Take the points. This is a game. This game right here is a game about points
Okay.
because
I
it's
like
going to
that.
be going back and forth, and I think this is going to be the one where you need to score, no matter what.
Agreed.
Let's do score predictions.
Yeah, let's do it. You go first.
Oof, I think it's going to be a heavy offensive game. I think
Okay.
both teams are going to be kind of firing. I'm going to go. It's going to be kind of a weird. I'm going to go 28-21 Buckeyes.
Okay, I was going to say 24-21 Buckeyes. That was going to
Okay.
be my guess. So both, I think right off the bat, I think the defense has the ability to be great. I do not think they're going to be off
I
the
also
bat.
have one other take before you go into
Okay.
that. One other take, and I don't know. I don't even like it as a take as a fan. This is just based off of how it went last time. I think it's going to be reversed roles. We're not going to score till the second quarter like they did last time.
Oh boy, that's going to go over well with a lot of my friends.
I'm sure, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no, it's. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think we're gonna need to get our feet wet, and it's gonna be an important game. I think it's one of the biggest games we've had at the shoe in a while, and I'm excited for it. The stat of the weekend provided by Nancy Sharber. Week 1 is here. 91 games over a 5-day span. Approximately 40 hours of college football on TV from Thursday to Monday. So get excited. We're back. Buckeyes are back. We're hyped. Hopefully a big win to start us off. Hopefully next week's not a sad
Hopefully.
episode while we're talking NFL, but I'm excited. We're here. Now, though, we're going to do a quick little ad read and an ad word from our sponsor. Our clutch moment of the week is brought to you by Shore Metals, serving Southern California since 1970. Big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. See Stan, he'll help you out. Jake, what do we got? Clutch moment of the week.
My clutch moment of the week goes out to Ohio State captain Caleb Downs for getting a pair of Beats headphones for the entire team ahead of the big matchup on Saturday. And I know it's part of his NIL deal, but he didn't have to do this. He wanted to be a good teammate and make sure all his players were well equipped with the right headphones, ready to go to keep the noise out on Saturday when they make that walk. So shout out him.
Love that. Yeah, Downs has been a great leader. I'm excited to see him. Shows you how tight the brotherhood is. My clutch moment, I have two. One, Cal Raleigh, the most home runs now for a season
Big
for a
dumper.
catcher, 50 homers. I think he deserves to win the MVP. I do believe that. I know if the Mariners don't make the playoffs, maybe he becomes a Trout MVP, but I do believe he brings it. It is a rare season that a player like at that position has a season like this, 50 home runs. He's tied with Judge in WAR. I think he deserves the MVP. My other clutch moment of the week is Kansei Matsuzama. He's the kicker from Hawaii. A great story. If you guys didn't hear that, learned how to place kick for YouTube while he was not in the States. He played at a junior college in Ohio, actually, and ended up
Hey,
getting the transfer to Hawaii. Hits the game-winning field goal week 1 against Stanford in Hawaii. So Matsuzawa and Cal Raleigh are my 2 clutch moments of the week.
I love that. That's awesome. Honestly, I
Yeah.
did hear that story while I was watching the game, but it's just it's great to hear it again.
Shout out to Wrong Sider Jack Settleman for covering the story.
Shout out Jack Settleman. Maybe he'll. I don't think he'll be on campus. I might have to hit him up. We'll see.
Yeah, I know he'll be
We'll
there this
see what he's
weekend.
got.
So, some great clutch moments. Now, we're going to kick it to outside the line.
Now finishing off with outside the lines. Starting off with everybody's favorite tone deaf person of the week. Michael, who's your tone deaf person of the week?
Got 2. 1, the crazy Shador fans. I don't know what's going
Crazy.
on Twitter, but they're going nuts. They're
What is
thinking it's
happening?
this sabotage. It's not sabotage. I don't know why we're doing this. He's a 5th-round pick. He ends up being a 3rd stringer on the Browns. He makes the team. Bummer for Shiloh. Does not make the team for the Bucks. But don't know what's going on in the Shador discourse. I think that's a little tone deaf. Second tone deaf. Whatever the hell happened with the Ohio State Fox Barstool Sports story.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
I don't know.
bad.
I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if it's Fox. I don't know if it's Ohio State. I think Ohio State's getting a good amount of the blame, and I believe it.
So bad.
Kind of soft. Don't believe he should be not allowed in the stadium. I
agree.
get the part of the rivalry that's like, don't let someone talk bad about you in your own house. I get that, but also looks kind of scary that not scary, soft that he's not allowed in the stadium. Didn't really love that. So those are my 2 tone deafs.
I agree. I think it was very soft for us to not let him in the stadium. I think you're just giving him even more content to use, a little more fire, and you're just putting more gas on the fire to come for November
For the rest
when
of the
we play
season,
him again. Yeah, rest of the season. And Twitter is just going to get even worse, and I guarantee he'll make a T-shirt out of it by the end of the weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, those are my 2.
So yeah, those are 2 good ones. I also have 2. First one goes out to it was last week, but I'm still going to use it. Is Sam Acho, one of your faves, for talking crap on Joey's boy Caleb Williams. The way he was wearing his socks, I guess during the preseason game, he was wearing them kind of short, and he didn't have like the long tights on. It was just showing his ankle. He said it was bad leadership by him. I thought that was really odd. Saw it on Instagram. And second tone deaf goes out to Paul Feinbaum, ESPN reporter and analyst, for talking crap on Ohio State and basically saying it's going to be a boat race on Saturday. He basically thinks that the Buckeyes are not going to come out ready to play. He thinks it's going to be a boat race. He thinks it's going to be a blowout. He thinks that Ryan Day is going to be embarrassed and that the Buckeyes aren't going to be ready to go and that Jeremiah Smith is not going to perform well.
Yeah, he's talking a lot about the Big Ten, not just Ohio State, a lot about the Big Ten, and it's truly fascinating to see him work his mouth like this. I think he said recently that if a Big Ten team does not win, if a Big Ten team wins, he's like moving or retiring or something. But yeah, he's writing a lot. He's talking a lot. I don't know if his mouth can cash the checks. I don't know what that's saying.
I don't think.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he can either.
So very interesting to see. But yeah, pretty crazy. Right and wrong side. We'll wrap it up. What do we got?
Football's back. Buckeyes are, by the time this episode comes out, we are 3 days away from kickoff. I can't wait to just be in the stadium, just feel the whole ambiance, be able to take the shoe off on kickoff and just be able to hear the music ready to go. Maybe we have some, special fireworks or something to go. I do know that, and I'm not the biggest fan of this, so kind of a little tone deaf on them. I think that they are unveiling the championship number, like they're taking the banner off.
The banner.
On Saturday. I think that's kind of bad juju, but that is, I guess, a little right side.
It's the first home game. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, get it out of the way. So I guess it's kind of cool. That's one right side. Other right side, just glad to just be back in Columbus. Obviously, I've been here for a couple weeks now, but just the feeling of being back is just always great.
Yep.
Wrong side is summer is over and school is back in session, and week 0 football was absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Although a lot of good things being back in Columbus, you, like I said, you're there for school and you got to go back to school. So that is always a bummer when summer ends. But a lot of
That's
fun
for sure.
stuff coming up. Going to be some good videos. I know it'll take some good shots this weekend. But yeah,
Hopefully,
very exciting. Wrong and right side for me. Right side. A lot of people are coming with Meg and I to go watch the Buckeye game at the Buckeye Backer Bar. We got some people going, some old buddies from college, some of Meg's residents, and some friends that we've made just in Boston so far. So it's going to be a fun Saturday. Hopefully, it ends with a win, but should be very fun. And then wrong side, unfortunately, I am not golfing tomorrow. I know we talked about that, but I am not going to golf. I do have to work in the morning, which is a bummer. I definitely was not ready, but still get to go for the afternoon part. So I'm
that's
excited for
okay.
that.
Question for you about this backer bar. Obviously, it's going to be all Buckeye fans. Is this going to be the same situation how it was when we were in Seattle? Like, are you going to be? Don't be the first people there again.
No, we can't be that. I don't know if it'll be the same as that, but no, it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be at your favorite bar in Boston. Game
Oh no,
on.
not that one.
It's your favorite bar, so very exciting for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Long weekend, Labor Day weekend, get an extra day off of work, so
What
very excited for that.
what jersey and hat combo will you be breaking out for Saturday?
Think I'm wearing this hat. I'm gonna go with Jack Sawyer.
Jack Sawyer, red. Got to wear red.
Yep, gotta wear red. Wear
I will
red.
be.
Scarlet
I will
out.
be in. Yep, I'll be in red also, and in my upside down Buckeyes,
Love
as
it.
always.
Love it. Yeah. Fun weekend. Going to be a great weekend of football. College football is back. Next week, we'll have a lot of NFL coverage along with Buckeye recap and week 2 college football. Enjoy the Labor Day. Have a great Happy Wrong Side Wednesday. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you again next week.
Stay blessed and go Bucks.